Okay, well, new day. Gonna see if I can fit these headers in there. I found a drive shaft in the shed, so we'll just see how close that is to fitting, because it's got the right yoke on it. See if the other end's right. If it is, that's a win. Then we'll start with these first, though. Well, they actually fit pretty good for just some random headers that I had in the shed. This side a little better. Long tubes, maybe they're for a Camaro or something. I don't know. I don't know much about headers. I'm not a very big headers person. I still got to put some more bolts in there. Just trying to find some that are the right size because I don't have proper header bolts. But they seem to be threading in fine and stuff. So I'm going to go underneath. I'm going to snug them all up. I still got to get a gasket for it, but I should be able to at least fire it with these on. And then I'm going to try to figure out the shifter linkage, and I bought some fittings for the transmission, so I'm going to see if they thread in there. Yeah. So anyways, we'll get these all in. Doesn't look like any of my drive shafts work, so I'm going to have to cut one down, but whatever, not a big deal. So, I'm sitting here wondering why this one's sitting here and this one is like all weird. Not being a header guy, realizing I got long tubes on the one side and a short tube on the other side. So I was going to grab the other one, and I realized I scabbed it apart to do something else, so I had cut them. So I have another set on the ground. They look right, so I'm going to see if those fit. Okay, so I did the drive shaft measurement. I need to do 62 1/4. So I'm gonna have to cut off a few inches off this thing. And because the spline's different on the old tranny to the Turbo 350, I gotta change the yoke. So I'm gonna do that first. Then I'm gonna measure the drive shaft down and turn it on the lathe. Just gonna make it straight. Make sure it's straight, tack it, weld it, stab it on the truck. Then I'm going to work on the rad. I'm going to use the rad he had with the 6. Should have no problem cooling this motor being aluminum. But I'm going to make some different mounts just to get a little closer to the fan. So I'm going to do that. I have to adjust the shifter yet because it doesn't jive where it is. And I got to get a throttle cable and change out the throttle pedal because the one in there ain't going to work. I got to put a different one in. Got to hook up the oil gauge here. Yeah, a few little things. It's not a crazy amount of work. I have the tranny lines in, the tranny coolers in. Okay, I don't know if you've seen, but basically I cut it. I had stuck the yoke end in there and I hammered it in. I'm going to show you, I'll just turn it on the lathe. I've done a few videos on that, so I'll probably do a little linky thing up here on doing one on the vehicle, but I'm going to do this one in the lathe. So I'm going to put it in there, going to true it, tack it on the lathe, then I'll put it on the workbench here and weld it up solid. And then I got to change this yoke off the end to the Turbo 350 one. And yeah. So my U-joint bucket saves the day again. So we're all in there, feels good. Got a nice little grease zerk in there. It's actually better than the other one because the other U-joint was actually worn out. So perfect. So that is done. Put the end on, slam that in. While I have the truck up, I'm going to fix the shifter right away because there's not enough schwank on it to go through all the motions. So we're going to fix that right away. Okay, I still got, alrighty, slicker focus. So I have the cable on. I've modified this shifter so it looks like I got a lot more swing and she'll feel a little more natural in the truck. Probably have to adjust it up top yet. I'll show you that part. I gotta do the speedo cable, but I know the cable's broken, so I actually have a repair kit, so I'll probably try it. See how that goes. I don't know what he's doing for exhaust, so we're gonna leave those open for now. I guess I'll go upstairs and check out the shifter situation and see where we're at. Okay, been a few days. It is hot. I gotta put some antifreeze in there. I just put a aftermarket temp gauge in because the original one does not work. Had to build a throttle linkage doodad. Yeah. I still gotta do the charging for an Excite on here. So put some antifreeze in it. But I think we're close firing it up. See how she goes. Gas pedals in. I'm putting a radio and stuff like that for the in here. So temp gauge. We got our gauze pedal. Stuff the radio under the dash. There's a swap meet, so they had this nice little unit that doesn't look all gross. So we didn't want to hack the dash up in there. Okay. Let's see how far off I am. Let the pump run. Give her a couple pumps. Cool. So everything's really loud because I have 0 gaskets for anything with the exhaust here. That's why I have these monster header leaks with the open header. You know, that's all there. I gotta throw some ATF in there because that's low. I'm gonna go grab my timing light and see, like, I don't know. That's pretty good. It's almost like my LS junk. Just starts. That's pretty random. So I'll get those few bits and we'll see how this goes. Well, looks like I got pretty much everything done on this one now. Been mucking around in the heat today, getting there all finished up. Do a little bit more cleanup under here, but she is done. Done and installed. And we got a stereo in there too. So, all kinds of fancy stuff. So the stock temp gauge was bunk. So I had one, I threw one in. We got a radio over there. Now he's got some tunes. Yeah. She runs and drives. Well, that about does this one. I'm gonna go take her for a spin tomorrow, see how it goes. Make sure she doesn't overheat. Anything weird like that. Oil pressure seems good, everything seems good. So yeah, go take her for a spin up and down the road, see how she handles. Be a good time. Well, new day. I'm gonna go take her for a spin, see how everything is. Should be good, but we'll find out. Alright, well this one's done. Runs good, stays cool. Shifts, yeah, I don't know. It's great. Good to go. Well, I guess that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys.